Right people, welcome to another episode of Father and Son Workshop. Today what I'm going to do is fit into my E31. My son Ajit, he did fit some fitted a subwoofer into the E31, but I'm just going to change it and fit two in there. That's what he fitted, a single Pioneer. Now we're going to fit two. The original BMW amplifier is still behind on the seat, which powers the speakers in the car. That's the space I'll have in there, and we're going to put two subwoofers in there. Now I could have built the box, but I found that one online. It's the right size, right volume for the subwoofers that I'm using, which is actually two of those Pioneers that were in the car. Got one up here. That's the subwoofer Pioneer. It's a dual voice coil, 500 watt RMS. Pretty nice subs, pretty good, and perfectly into this box. Now I found this box online. It's a purpose-made box. They're perfect for 41 centimeter cubic, which this subwoofer needs, and the subwoofers will go in there. But there is a slight problem which I'm gonna have to adjust. I'll show you what it is. And put this on. Right, the problem that I have, the original subs that were in the box, they sat inside here, and then the grill sat on the top. They sat inside here and the grill sat on the top. But my subwoofers are slightly bigger. They actually sit on there, and I can't get to the screw holes. So basically I'm going to have to trim this 5mm all the way around for the subwoofers to go in. I wouldn't be too worried about anything. You won't see the box when I'm finished, so just bear with me and you'll see. You won't see that there was actually a fusion box in the car, because it'll be all built in properly. So let's get on with this. Alright buddy, there we go. All sunk in now. Let's see how the subwoofer fits in. You know, once this goes in, there's going to be a bit hard to get out. Perfect. That's my live wire, but I've disconnected, taken the fuse out, so it's all safe. However, this is a remote wire which will come live when I turn the car on, so just be careful if you're going to turn the car on. Tape it up. That's my phono leads. At the moment I'm not sure which side I'm going to put the amp on, that side or this side. Most likely this way, so I'm going to put the wires around this way. I am going to get it in there. As I was saying, the old amplifier for the original e31 is here, and I've left that in because that powers the rest of the speakers in the car, so I'm going to leave that in there. Is one of my old school JBL GTO amps, 601. This is going to be bridged at 2 ohms, and it should be giving 570, I think it was 570 RMS bridged. So the subwoofers are 400 RMS at 2 ohms, and that should be 800. So this is gonna, if I put this amp on full power, it should be underpowering it, so which is fine. That means I won't blow the subs. But yeah, I like my old school amps. I don't like the digital ones very much. You've got much more control over this. So this amp I'm going to be mounting on this side here. Can't mount that there. Not enough space. Don't want to mount it on that side. See, this car has 2 batteries. One's there, one's there. This one does all your accessories, and that one does your car engine starts and motor and all that stuff. So I've wired my live onto this because this battery gets used for accessories. It won't drain the power for the car. But my amp don't fit in this side because I've got the original amp there. Let's see what else to do with it. I don't want to build a false floor and put it in the false floor. Right there. Okay. Well, where everything's gonna go then. So I might mount the amp there. Can't mount it there either. Okay. Now I have to think where I'm going to mount the amp.
So, should do it like this, see? Just on the side. There.
I don't think so. I think we should put it here.
So, it's in the center, look. Oh.
Like that, man.
Oh, that makes sense. Center. Okay.
And we'll put the power cap up there.
Okay.
Yeah? I think that's boy I can show you. Yeah, that's it. Kushti. Chalo. Right, day 2, bit colder today, but thought I might as well get out and finish this off. So false floor, we've put piece of MDF straight across the bottom, and the amp, I've decided where we're going to put stuff. So the amp's going to sit in the middle, the power cap will sit in that corner, and so I didn't want to make a false floor, but we've just got to have to. 2 pieces of timber for now, which is just the size. Oh, shit, I've screwed the amp down, but that's just the right size for the amp there for the MDF. The floor will sit just right above that. So I'll put one there and one there. The floor will sit, I'll just show you. Floor will sit a little bit higher, but we'll sort that out. It's going to sit there, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about it. It is a bigger box that I've gone in for, just so I can get the 12s in there. But yeah, we'll do. What we'll do once the subs are in, we'll cut around this so the cone has maneuverability. But that's an afterwards phase. For now, we need to just cut it to that box in there. Compass not just for making circles. Get your depth that you need here. Just hold it and just trace, just follow it all the way around, and there we go, and there we go. That's where we need to cut. But I've also got a little gap here as well, which is about that thickness. Now what we've got to do also, so when I mark this, so that's marked. So let's go on the workbench now. Alright, second try. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Got the 5mm gap all the way around there. I should have about 12mm gap because there's another fascia to go on there yet. So there's enough gap there for the carpet to get around it. And it should work fine. Let's finish that off now. Let's see. That fits.
It's a little bit tight because it's tight on this edge, so I will trim it out. But apart from that, it's all good and I'm pretty happy. So I'm going to trim this out a little one. I'll trim that side out a little one, but otherwise, you can see it's a nice fit. Now let's do the back. I use 6mm MDF because that's what I had. I don't intend to put any shopping or anything in there. If I put anything more thicker, I knew it was going to cover up the subs more. So 6mm is fine. There is a little vibration, but when I carpet it, the carpet's going to go underneath, and that will cushion it. There is going to be some padding underneath the timbers to stop it from vibrating. But yeah, that's all to come. But let's do the back box now. The last time we were doing, I was cutting this hole out, so I managed to cut the hole out, but the power cap will go straight in there. There's about 6mm gap all the way around, and the carpet will go in there, just hold it in secure, but that should face like that. It should be right. And this carpet box.
Alright, so I've just done the install, a few little bits, but I'll address my there it is, complete install. I have put a few LEDs, that one's not working. Let's change this, that one's not working, and that screen is very dim, so what I'm gonna have to do is run a relay, and at the moment I've just run 1, 2, 3, 4 things off the remote wire that's from the head unit, and that doesn't carry enough power. That's why that LED is not coming on, and that's a bit dim. So what I'll have to do on another day is take this top panel out and run a relay for a separate remote wire, and that will power that again. But there's a power cap that's in. Give you a little demo, let's see what it sounds like. You'll see the power cap come on in a minute. When the bass kicks in, it'll come on. I don't need to cut that because it is pretty cool. The subwoofers don't go nowhere near it. So but the power cap's doing its business. So basically when there's a deep low bass, the power cap kicks in and the amp don't drain, it doesn't have a low drop, like when you see your lights go dim, so it won't let it do that anymore. As you can see, it's sitting at 14.3 now, and as soon as I turn the volume up and the bass comes in, it'll start dropping. There we go. We can go up a little bit. So yeah, I was saying we can go a bit lower. So now you can see the power cap's off because there's no bass coming through it, and it hasn't. But as soon as I turn it on, and it will need it power, it'll come on. Well, that's for that, but I'll show what it sounds like at night time, or what it looks like at night time. So watch. It's a bit dark.